are south of Stillwell here at Miller Farms, and joining me is Bryce Miller. Bryce, thank you so much for having us
You're
here.
very welcome.
You got a few strawberries.
We got a few.
Tell us how many acres of strawberries you have here.
Currently, we got 7.5 acres.
Okay. So are you growing one type, every bearing, June bearing? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, we currently grow 4 different types.
Okay.
One is an everbearing. The rest are June bearings.
Okay.
So we grow our June bearings are Ruby Junes, Fonterres, and a new one out called Sensation. Our everbearings is a Albion.
Okay. And I notice you're growing in plasticulture. Have you been doing that for the length of this farm, or is this a newer thing?
No, we've been doing it for the majority of it.
Okay.
The first year that we grew was in just traditional matted rows. After that, we went to plastic because we get more plants. It's cleaner. It's still labor intensive, but it's not as labor intensive.
And I know you've got rolling hills over here. It's just
Yes.
beautiful over on this side of Oklahoma. And plenty of water, more so than the rest of the state.
Plenty of water, yeah.
So that helps with drainage as well, right?
It does. And the plastic keeps the water from really getting too much in there. So we have drip line that runs underneath the plastic, and that's how we irrigate, fertilize, and all that. So we control how much water we get, and that's another reason why we went to plastic, is because we don't always get rain. And so, and it also keeps the weed control down quite a bit, more than, matted rows.
So you just had the strawberry festival, so I know you're in prime picking season. How long will you be picking?
Normally, we pick somewhere between 6 to 8 weeks. The traditional style is a lot sooner than that. Usually 3 to 4 weeks, sometimes 5 is the max. Currently, we are 3 weeks behind, but as you can see, there's still a lot of blooms on the plants. So we're looking to be picking for, second to third week of June.
Okay. And then what happens after that? I know a lot of times strawberries put on the runners. Do you save those?
We don't save the runners.
Okay.
What we will do is this year we're going to try something new. We're going to turn the cows in on the patch and let them graze it down, so we don't have a big foliage mat on top to pull the plastic up.
Okay.
Because we pull the plastic up every year, we replant every year, and so we're still trying to figure this part out on how to get the plastic up the easiest.
Right. Which is a common problem.
No, it is because it's new to everybody.
Right.
Mainly new to everybody, especially me, being 5 or 6 years in, we're still learning.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think it's interesting how you're looking at even grazing your cattle on it.
Yes.
That's a kind of innovative way of maybe solving some of that problem.
Some of it, yes. And, trying to keep as much chemical out of the ground as we can.
Yeah. So using new runners every year, do you find that that's more beneficial for your production versus trying to use some of the other runners? Or
it's because once we get these plants, they are 3 or 4 third or fourth year generation, and the further you go down the line, the more susceptible to disease that they are. The tolerance is not there the further they get away from the mother plant, and so that is one reason why we do not take our own runners, which you can, but we don't.
Okay. Well, I know you've been growing strawberries for a few years, but you've gotten all in with the association and the festival. Tell me a little bit about that aspect of it.
Well, I'm currently the Strawberry Growers Association president. Have been for the past 3 years. It's the group of farmers that we have here in Adair County. We all get together and we try to help one another out and discuss on how to be successful as a farmer, and we're trying to keep this tradition alive. There's not very many of us that's growing strawberries anymore. 1950 something, there was 126 entries, over 600 acres grown in Stillwell, and now there's 20 with 7 growers.
Okay. Well, and I hear you did well at the festival. You won first place
yes,
with your strawberries?
we got lucky and got first. We will take it how we can get it.
Yeah. Well,
Thank
congratulations.
you.
And I know that's a big event for the state. Everybody knows Stillwell
Big.
for the strawberries. And so this is where they come from.
Yes,
And it's
ma'am.
exciting to see this. Do you mind if I help you pick a little bit
No,
as we
sure.
go
We
through
can.
here?
If you,
There's several
there's
red ones.
several, several. And
All right.
so normally this is not the ideal shape, but this is the ideal color.
Okay.
And so that one is ready, and you can see how the firmness, and that one's ready.
Okay.
Obviously the green ones are not ready.
And all of this is hand-picked, correct?
Hand-picked, every one of them.
So very labor involved.
Very labor intensive. I've got a crew that comes in and picks for me right now it'll be every other day until it heats up. Then it'll be every day.
Okay.
My boys, they help pick. This is a family-run farm, and it takes all 5 of us to keep it running.
Well, Bryce, it's clearly a labor of love, and thank you for sharing your farm with us
You're
today.
very welcome. We're glad to have you out here.
Thanks.
We hope you enjoyed this video as part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on the OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.